Okay, we're back. Finally, my god. I've had quite the weekend and week, and 2 weeks? How long has it been? I don't even know anymore. But today we're gonna start with Act 4. So, last thing I remember was being on the Echo River, and I guess we'll just pick up where we left off. Okay. See that small brick building? Used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's the inhabitant of a very skilled taxidermist, whose art is greatly in demand. When it was an upholstery shop, it didn't see nearly as much business. The old shop's name has been lost to time and weather. This was decades ago, and the only trace of it now is the great frame of an old sign behind the new lettering, which now reads Trapper, Stalker, and Sportsman. And then below, smaller, no specimen is too exotic, no arrangement too fanciful. Some of the upholstery equipment is still there too. It still sees active use. Elise is the resident artist, though she's not the owner of the shop. It's owned by her aunt, Ida. Ida has very little to do with the day-to-day. She's busy with other endeavors, mostly the restaurant she and her husband run on Leith? I never know. Okay, two options here. Either Shannon retreats to the TV room to browse the Mammoth video collection, or follow the other travelers ashore. Oh, I do want to watch the video collection. But I feel like it'd be easier to search that up in YouTube later, so I'm gonna go to the rum colony. Shannon followed the other travelers ashore to a drowsy beachside bar called the Rum Colony. Act 4, Scene 3. The Rum Colony. What does this do? Torch. Okay. Johnny. Yep, sounds like him. Junebug. Our friend Serrano is booked here tonight. He's pretty good. He's a wizard of the lap steel guitar. Are you two coming ashore? Oh, sure, we'll be up in a minute. You couldn't hold me back. Oh, I don't know. Kate says just to wander back whenever. This is a take it easy kind of stop. She doesn't even blow the foghorn to round up the crew here. No point. Something about this spot is like wax in the ear when it comes to timetables and responsibilities. I was supposed to meet someone here earlier tonight about some bike parts. Hope she's still around. Oh, I'm sure she is, man. Half sleeping into a fragrant mug with all the other wayward sailors. Oh. Bottle. Jen finds a bottle. Its label is worn away, with the words Hot Hell Rum, spelt R-H-U-M, are legibly embossed on the glass. The bottle is empty, except for a sleeping crab. person by the beach. Bureau, folks. Louise, yelling. The water is fine, invigorating, makes me want to run. I could gallop up and down this beach like a horse. What's he yelling about? He wants to run on the beach, like a horse, he says. Oh dear, what's in these drinks? Pretty strong, huh? But deceptively sweet. Mine's not very sweet at all, actually. Just sort of pleasant. I really meant rich, I think, with a sweet aroma. Invigorating! Catch anything, Louise? So, did you find what you were looking for? With Lula, I mean. It's a work in progress. I know what you mean. I've been working on... I think I will go for a run along the beach, as soon as I'm finished with this drink. Try not to yell so loud, Louise. I'm afraid you'll shake the ceiling loose. Okay, well. Hello, happy to be in the here and now. I hear shuffling. Are you dragging your feet or just enjoying the sand between your toes? Yeah, it's nice to slow down for a minute. We have time. Lots of glass here. Patch's boys load the empties on the barge. I told them, tried to keep it separated in its own little pile. That way, when we get to disposing of it, any environmentally minded folks present can easily set them aside for recycling. I love the river, but I don't care for the current. It's too relentless. Lake Leith, though, is calm, cold, and deep. At any opportunity, I'm sure meditating. One day, I may be left behind. I wanted to ask you something. Thought of it earlier, but it didn't seem like the right time. I'm sure you know what I'm getting at. You want to know where we're going? Oh, no, I don't really think about that kind of thing, but I see you have a purpose. Well, the Echo carries pilgrims as well as drifters. I think you'll get to wherever you're going. Wouldn't you agree? Is that what you wanted to ask? No, it was... Well, I forget it now. Typical. Damn it. Shannon pulls a feather from the sand and brushes it clean. When she was a child, she collected feathers. Not the way a hobbyist collects trinkets, but the way a clump of dust collects more dust by static electricity. She deposited them on the kitchen table at the end of the day. Weaver's mother said it was unhygienic. Shannon's mother said that was American germaphobe bullshit and put them in a vase. That's sweet. Drink. An untouched drink sits on the table, forgotten or abandoned, or simply wasted. Can't wait. There she is. Have to try one of these flower drinks. I feel like I could drink 100 of them. Not too sweet, not too strong, you know? A real session drink. We'll be scraping you off the beach. Nah, it's not one of those really strong drinks, just sort of... doesn't taste like flower. I mean, not like a flower smells, you know? Perfume, sickly sweet. Like a star thistle flower. You know, my mother was obsessed with those awful weeds. We had a small house just about leaned up against a hill, and every spring that hill would explode with yellow star thistle. And she'd tear into them. Wild, I mean. Really enraged by it. She said they were an invasive species. Like foreign squatters on her land or something. I used to think she was such a wicked old lady to get so violent about it. After she died, a few years after, I came by the house again. It was spring. I didn't see a single yellow flower on that hill. She must have finally got them. Or maybe they followed her home. More old stuff. I'm drowning in old stuff tonight. Feels like I've got it piled up all around me. Like one of those old guys you hear about who never threw anything away. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe you should slow down. Oh no, I don't think so. In fact, I could use a few more of these. Just take a book of matches to the room. That should clear everything right up. Know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not making sense, am I? It's just mean to say I can't look at anything without remembering something else. And then that reminds me of something else, and I'm buried in it. I just need to get my head clear for a minute. Get a clear view of the day. Get oriented. There was a time when I felt this way. I'd bite the bullet, try to sober up and get a job. Is that why you're going to work for the distillery? Maybe it is. Seems like a pretty simple answer, right? Just follow the work as long as you can. Got me all figured out. Hey, I'm going to sit and look at the water for a minute. I'll talk to you later. Don't be a stranger. Damn, this continues on for ages. Oh, come on. You can do it. Oh, come on. Okay. At first, Shannon mistakes the iridescent glimmer for a seashell washed out from the lake. Maybe some freshwater relative of the abalone, or even a pearl. But it's only a trading card? Trading card mentioned. Magic the Gathering. Anyway, it must have been valuable to someone, or it wouldn't be printed on this lustrous material. Whatever was on it has mostly worn away. All that's left is the shiny backing and the words, Gleaners Forward. Yes! Yes! Somebody said trading card. Absolutely. Trading card mentioned. I'm so excited for next Wednesday. Can't wait to obliterate everyone. Fingers crossed. What the hell does Ringasmi love cards mean? Anyway. Oh, more people. Patch? Someone's just sitting on the stage with the keyboard? Oh, are we watching the gig? No, I'm just stuck. Oh, Craigasm. I see. I have no idea who Cray is, but good for them. Junebug. Hey, guess who I just saw like an hour ago? Dee Dee? The rideshare? Oh, wait a minute. That lady with the engine for sale. You just missed her. I tried to hold her back, but she's all business. It's okay, we can't really afford it, or how are you, Patch? Aw, man. You know, Carl had that gig for a minute at Hut of T-shirts, but they went out of business. If our numbers were better here, he could just work on his record and it'd be fine, but you know how it is. For now, he's selling flowers on the river. Say hi if you pass him. Hey, any of your friends want a drink? I've got time. Busy night, but everyone's deep in their straws by now. Haha. Oopsie, missed the laugh. Why so busy? It's these cooks from upriver. They all came in together. I think it's some kind of work thing. nice enough, but, you know, I've got to keep an eye out for lightweights trying to swim home or something. I don't have that kind of insurance. Speaking of insurance, every time I learn about the insurance that doctors get for, you know, malpractice, I just think it's fucked up anyway. Anyway, I don't mind them. But you know how territorial Dawn and Sunny get after a couple of Mai Tais? Speaking of which... We'll pass. Take it easy, Patch. Oh, I'm Junebug right now. This is Shannon. Okay, no problem. See you around. Alrighty. Sunny. Hey, did you hear the ice caps are melting? I mean the polar ice caps. The ones all the way at the top. Don't listen to him, hun. He's all doom and gloom tonight. Don't listen? That's the answer, Dawn. Well, what else can you do? Someday, all of this will be underwater. We'll all be drowned. What can you do? You can... recycle? Half measures avail us nothing. Don't be a pessimist, Sonny. Have another Mai Tai. He's just in a dark mood because the bar is crowded tonight. He likes to spread out. Have you been observing the death of the American dollar? Oh boy. That's alarming. Well, what would you expect? The American dollar is already corrupted. And I'm certain that the government is fully aware the American dollar is corrupted. You have been observing that? I am so sorry. It's not ideal. For anyone, really. Yeah, hello. Thanks for tuning in. I am finally free to play games again, so I'm back at it. Yeah. Nice to have you back. It's a perfect storm, really, and that's why I'm depressed. You know, this game came out in 2020, right? 2020 or 2021? I don't know, but still relevant. Sunny, you're insufferable. Dawn. The American dollar. That's his latest rant. But I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Before this, it was bovine growth hormones and global warming. Ah, he's harmless. I just don't know him anymore, that's all. He takes bits and pieces of things he reads and synthesizes them all into some grand theory. And it's always the end of the world. But who could know that stuff, right? We can't even predict the weather. I mean, if you take on these little pieces and predict how they're all going to interact, well, you'd know everything. Well, fun fact, history does exist. And patterns do exist. And humans are humans, unfortunately. I'll tell you what I'd do with that kind of knowledge. When I first met a man, I'd look at his shoes. And the kind of books he reads. And what he eats for breakfast. And I'd make damn sure we weren't doomed to spend our twilight years greedily emptying Mai Tais and arguing about the American dollar. Oh, it was released progressively. Act 1 was 2012? Goddamn. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. It feels very coherent. So maybe, I have no idea what the development history was like, but maybe they wrote the entire story and it just took them longer to make the whole game. Well, you know what they say about hindsight. Here's to a better yesterday. I'm so bad at doing the laughs. Oh my god. Anyway, do I get to watch a gig? We do! Serrano? I am so glad to see you. These cooks are burning me out, man. You see that guy in the sand over there? He rode up, kind of off-center, you know, kind of leaning on the stage here, and he was like, what kind of strings are those? Steel or nylon? Aw, he's just drunk. Oh, believe me, I know. You've got to be cool about it, or just get a drink and stay in your chair, man. If you're gonna drink like that, just drink. I mean, don't make it my problem. Hey, how's that new tape going? Oh yeah, it's good, man. I mean, it's okay. Everything's recorded, but I still want to do another pass on it. Maybe work on the mix. But no rush on that, because I don't have the cash for blank tapes right now anyway. Patch threw me some bookings, so I'm trying to fund it with tips. But, you know, we're all paying a premium for blank media these days. Everyone's afraid we're dubbing garbage off the radio, so they only sell blank tapes in pallets or overpriced 3-packs. Totally cut out the small labels and self-publishers. Crystal and Gordon are just recording over old tapes for the new one. Can you believe that? Saves some cash, I guess, but you're always going to have old frequencies bleeding through. It's just chemistry, man. Hey, speaking of which, I'm about mid-set here. Can you take the can around while I play this next one? It's on the tape. I think you'll like it, man. Thanks. Alright. She didn't have to do that. Had to hurt. But that's the way it goes. The unsteady steadying. The unsteady. There's probably a $5 bill somewhere just floating up and down the river, from tip jar to musician to tip jar to musician, like an eternal ferry of good intentions. These two are pretty reliable. Where does their money come from anyway? Government check, maybe? Nah, they only tip like that on the 1st and 15th. Maybe they fence stereos or something. I'll try to get you more money. $0 from Conway. This guy's keeping some odd company tonight. Better just to let him be. Alright. $0 from Will. Will never has any money. Good for him. Can we ask the child for money? Surely the child has some pocket money. $15? These cooks are really going for it. It's good. Can't always hope for much with these fly-by-night crowds. Could have been some deep tiki fanatics getting uptight about Serrano's tape machine or something. But these folks are tourists wherever they go. In his own little orbit. Not to stop and think about who's creating all the atmosphere. They think it's natural or something. Like it's just what this place sounds like. A cheap illusion. Shaking down. Hey. Look, I don't know. Is Serrano desperate enough for, you know, to shake down a child for cash? Maybe. Who knows? Well, when I was playing Disco Elysium, I literally asked every single person for money. And to the point where Kim Kitsuragi was like, you gotta stop, this reflects poorly on the precinct. You're asking everyone for money as if you don't have any money. As if we don't pay you. And it's the truth. I had $0 in my pocket. He's way gone, reflecting, or pretending he doesn't see the tip jar. Okay, I do think that's everyone. Oh, I'm Shannon again? Yo. Yeah, let me talk to Drew, please. Don't think I've seen anyone called Drew here tonight. Did you check the stairwell, though? Drew sometimes sits over by the stairwell. Why don't you just come down? No time. Hey man, I've got other things to do. When you see Drew, just say I called, alright? Wait, I got an achievement for that? I have no idea what the trigger condition is, but... maybe I was just... because I was messy on the phone earlier in the game. Conway, how are you doing? It is so upsetting to see him drink. Hold on a minute. Hell yeah, achievement unlocked. I thought for a second we could... you know, the beach was gonna be never ending. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Conway. Oh, okay, something happened here. You alright, buddy? Just having a little rest? Stop running, Esper, you know I'm after your money. Clever child. Oh, somebody here. Oh, they've teleported back. How did they do it? Well, that was a pleasant detour. Yes, ma'am. Ready to get moving? How about you round up the old man, if you can tear him free? Right, back to the beach. Come on, Conway. Let's get you to the AA meeting. Yeah, you're right about that. I never quite thought of it that way. Who are you talking to? Oh. It's nothing. Hey, let's get out of here. Work to be done, right? Oh, Conway. Thanks, Robson. Yeah, that part was... that distillery part hit me hard too. Like, knowing what Conway went through with his, you know, best friend's kid. That's just... man, like, you know, it happened. Like, things happen, but like... there's no way anyone who's got half a heart wouldn't take it personally. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, great game design. I wasn't touching the mouse, and it still moved the cursor, so... Phew, anyway. It's easy to miss, but beneath that quarter-acre swarm of moth, that's Brachyolomia conjuncta, the moth-legged dagger moth. Their diet is mostly constrained to lichen, but they make an exception for sunflowers. Is a quarter-acre sunflower orchard. Oh, so beneath the moth is a quarter-acre sunflower orchard. Nice. And beneath that sunflower orchard, there are two small lots with small houses, positioned so they just about butt right up against each other. The houses are empty now of human life. There's no sign of a person or anything living except for moth and overgrowth. There are some pipes bolted into the cave wall near the perimeter, and a few stone scars where other pipes have been ripped away by scavengers. These ones supported the large grill lamps that fed the sunflowers. The lamps are gone now. Once this crop of sunflowers is picked away, it's unlikely anything else will grow here but lichen, moss, and rock formations. The motlin dagger moth will move on. The houses will be visible again, at least until somebody strips them for building materials, or the river washes them away. The houses were once inhabited by two sisters. Why they built their houses so close together, or lived in any proximity at all, is a mystery, since they clearly despised one another. This is reminding me of a video I watched on spite buildings / houses, where people would literally build buildings to spite their neighbors, the local government, or, you know, anyone. Very interesting watch. I recommend searching it up on YouTube. However, for this game, I'm going to go with the second option. It's possible the neighboring houses were an attempt at reconciliation. It didn't work. If anything, close quarters just turned up the pressure until those decades of closely held resentments and animosities were pretty near to boiling over. All that energy had to go somewhere, and both sisters had the same idea. They took up gardening. Yeah, it does sound like a tactic. They both cultivated sunflowers, an improbable crop for this occasion. Too improbable to be coincidence. Maybe the sunflower had some special meaning for them, or maybe one sister saw her rival sowing the impossible seeds. She knew at once she couldn't bear to be outdone. Which sister had the greener thumb? We'll never know. The stalks tangled, the roots knotted, and the seeds mixed. Those gangly sunflowers merged the two lots into one undifferentiated field. The two sisters moved out, probably around the time the moths started showing up. Of course there was no selling the lots then, overgrown and blood-chewed as they are. In fact, if those sisters ever tried to sell, they'd be in for a rude shock. Not long ago, a property tax clerk, having seen the two adjoining lots registered to the same last name, presumed they belonged to the same owner and erased the legal border between them. Wow, great job. That looks like a raft of some sort. Hello? Okay. Clara, Kate, and I stopped to do some business by telephone. It's a telephone booth. Act 4, Scene 4. A phone. Oh, this is so comedic. Everyone's standing to one side of the raft, and the whole thing's leaning over. Anyway, I guess we're gonna be here for a minute. Looks like they have a few calls to make. What are you going to do? Yeah, that's a good question. I just thought I'd stretch my legs, you know, on firm ground. I didn't realize this place would be floating on barrels. Yup. Back when I was driving long hauls, that's the real big trucks now. I sometimes wouldn't leave the cab but to pump gas. Took my meals in there, I slept in there, I changed my socks in there. You know, the whole thing. So, one time I was hauling a bunch of big spools. Telephone wire, I think. Actually. Up from California into Washington. Washington State mentioned! Huge. Sorry, it's just... I think that's where they shot Twin Peaks. It's very beautiful. You know where that is? It's way out on a map. It's kind of hard. It's kind of to the left of here, more or less. In between California and Washington, there's a place called Oregon. You can't pump your own gas there. They have a guy who does it called a gas jockey. You better not even open your door, or they get all suspicious. I drove through California and into Washington, and I refueled in the middle, in Oregon. So I didn't set foot out of my truck for a whole day. When I came out of that cab, the ground rushed up like it missed me. Gave me a big old kiss right on the chin, right here. What I'm saying is... Hell, I forget. What am I talking about? The ground once welcomed my chin, really warmly, and... It didn't leave a scar, I don't think, but ouch, it hurt. It's important to take breaks. Exactly. Don't forget that. And don't say I never taught you anything. Well, wait a minute. Has Kale always had... his right arm. Has it always been like that? I thought it was just his leg. Wait, right arm. Yeah. I thought it was just his left leg that got surgery. I thought I was paying attention. Or am I being gaslit right now? Anyway, moving on. Well, guess I'll head back aboard. Might see if I can find any of the good stuff stashed in the... maybe in the spice cabinet? Maybe in the medicine cabinet? Oh! Okay, his arm did change. Man. Wait, so is he gonna, like, fully turn into one of the... distillery boys? From the dead? How the fuck does the death work? Oh boy. I'm gonna be in for a ride for this half of the game. Whew. Hey. Well, guess I'll head back on board. Might see if I can find any of the goods. Oh yeah, I read that earlier. I'll just read it again. Find any of the good stuff stashed in the... maybe in the spice cabinet? Maybe in the medicine cabinet? That's where it belongs. Hell, who am I talking to? Don't listen to me, kid. See you in a few. Oh, Conway. You just swim back? Everyone's watching, I enjoy that. Is he okay? Is he supposed to swim back? Oh. Yeah, I guess.
I keep hearing these noises whenever I close my eyes. It's like bells ringing. But the bells aren't metal bells or ceramic bells. They're kind of bells like normally here. They're like this weird... I can't even describe the material. It's just resonant. Just ringing resonant. And as soon as I open my eyes again, there's nothing.
Interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna move my chair around for a bit. Good for you.
My birthday was at the party at McDonald's in Hawaii. I got a toy that I didn't like, and I broke it.
Aww. To be fair, Mecha's toys, they've been pretty shit in the recent years. Hungry Jacks, however, bangers. I'm pretty sure I've left voice messages exactly like this one.
Getting caught next to the jungle gym. I was crying so that mom picked truck rally that my parents to take me out, and they missed it. One of those two.
I want to go to a monster truck rally.
Seriously?
Retreating music.
Whether I wear boots or sneakers, my feet always feel damp. Cold and damp.
Sweaty feet.
Well, I was hoping that you'd be able to tell me why I can't sleep. It seems like it's been a long time, and it seems like it's been it's time to sleep now.
I remember going to a house in Aroostook County, Maine. I was 2. We were moving, and we were driving up in a white Nissan station wagon with faux wood paneling. And it was the first time that I'd seen the house that I was going to live in for the next 7 years.
There's so many voice messages.
Being washed in the bathroom sink. I was just parking my car. I had to parallel park it. The street that I live on was full, but there was a nice. But it just got cold today for like the first time in a long time. So I had the heat on. And whenever you have the heat on in an old car, it definitely smells a certain way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kind of like it almost smells. You can like smell that it's hot, and you can feel it too. But the smell that it is like from the car itself, like from the engine. And there's been a lot of smoking going on in that car, so it's not exactly a pleasant smell, but it's definitely strong and it's definitely there. And with the windows down, you can also smell that it's cold.
Yeah,
So
that was really fun getting to explore all the options and learning about the world building.
Super familiar if you've been in old cars a lot. Anyway, I was parking and I had to go in and out about it like 3 times, but when I finally
This story just keeps going.
it was like perfect. Both wheels against the curb, and that's when I had like
Oh,
memory. When I first learned how to drive.
oh man, that'd be cool.
She told me the story about when her dad, who was a motorcycle cop, taught her how to parallel park. And every time she parallel parked, she would take out a dime, and if she could fit the dime between the wheel of her car and the curb of the street,
That's crazy.
then she had to do it again. She didn't do that for me, but every time that I got upset about having to do it again, she would tell me that at least I didn't have to be a dime's distance away from the curb. I learned how to drive in the fall, and I got that snow a lot during that time. I don't know when my mom learned to drive.
Wow. Will hangs up the phone. Next person. Don't you go diving in too. It's actually really cold and kind of dangerous. Did he say where he was going? He's looking for the good stuff. I see. Still thirsty. Kate keeps some diet soda in the broom closet, but you didn't hear it from me. It's next to the bleach. Bring a flashlight. Oh god, imagine if he drinks the bleach. Oh no, I don't think that's what he's looking for. So, any important messages? Every single one. That's deep. Where are you headed tonight, small man? I don't know. Good for you. We met Ezra earlier tonight, and he's been very helpful. I'm hoping we can return the flavor once we get back above ground. Poor kid was sleeping at the bus station and just lost track of his folks. He'll be alright. He's more at home down here than any of us. Trust me, I have an eye for it. Kate, thanks for calling. How are you feeling? Pregnant. I couldn't get settled in bed, so I was just watching TV. Some cooking show about high-concept junk food, and everyone from my high school chemistry class was there, making cupcakes out of old bicycle parts. I think I might have dozed off a bit, actually. Honestly, this baby can come out whenever he wants. I'm completely over it. Don't rush it, just try to get some rest. That's what Eric says. I guess it'll happen when it happens. I mean, obviously that's not concerning at all. Whoa, God, the phones down here are such a mess. Hey, Kate, I really appreciate you checking in. Have your patron number, and so does Eric. Just in case I'm too, distracted or whatever. I'll let you go. I should try to eat something. Munching on bitter hedgehog sounds good. Munch on a bitter hedgehog cap. That should relieve some of your intestinal discomfort. Okay, thanks. Maybe I'll just chew on some ice. Talk to you soon, Kate. Hopefully. Just checking in on a client. Did I mention I'm a birth doula? No, you did not. That's cool. Wow, how does that fit with being a tugboat captain? Some women choose to labor on the boat, actually. For the rest, I have a backup, just in case I can't get back to dry landing time. I've been lucky and only had to lean on her a handful of times, out of several hundred births. You'd never believe how many people are just born all the time. Believe me, I know it's crazy hearing about people having children, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, nice. In this economy, is everything okay? Everything is great. Sounds like she's ready. Some women just know. It's amazing. Others are caught totally by surprise. Your friend went back aboard? Don't worry, he doesn't know about your soda stash. You were sworn to secrecy! It's okay. I got rid of all that junk food anyway. I'm on a star thistle and grapefruit cleanse. I'm sorry, Will. It was funny. I had to take that option. Holy crap, where are we? I'm glad you phoned. I was just thinking of you. Hello, can I click? No, oh, that's what Nadia said. Sorry, I didn't call this week. I've been traveling constantly. That's fine. I visited the hospital yesterday to visit Uncle Andreas, but they moved him. Now he's in a hospice care facility run by some old Polish nun. Everyone says it's very nice. I asked them about visiting and they said he didn't want any visitors. He's just being stubborn. Yeah, it's typical of Andreas. I was thinking maybe if you came to visit, he would see you. On those afternoons you two would go drinking beers by the river. Don't you think it would mean a lot to him if he could say goodbye to you in person? Oh man. Oh, Nadia, I'd never make it back in time anyway. It's true. You're a long way from home, Clara. I suppose it can't be helped. Oh, here's Mother at the door. I'm going to try again to see him. I hope the tour is going well. Love you. Be careful. My sister, back home. She's very depressing to me this morning. My Uncle Andreas is terminally ill and refusing visitors, and Nadia is making a stir about it. I'm sorry to hear. Are you close? Yes, but only recently. He lived abroad for most of my life. I only met him a few years ago. My sister is older, so she knew him as a child too. So I think her respect for him is distorted by sentiment. We must always take the dying at their word. Their motivations are beyond our understanding. The older man, he's swimming back to the mammoth? No emergency, I hope. He should really just try some licorice root tea. Huh, indigestion. Brandon approaches. I don't suppose any of you folks are headed past the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Not on this run, but we'll be coming back this way in a few hours. Well, I may still be here then. It's no big deal. I'll just hang out and read or something until it's time to head back to work. Hey, you folks are traveling with that old guy, right? With the leg? Is he okay? I saw him earlier tonight. He came by the storage facility for some files. He totally bit it on the staircase. He's okay though, right? I think so. I don't know him too well. He's a passenger. Cool. Hey, I guess he's well enough to swim. I swear to God, if anything happens to Conway during this, you know, on his swim back, I'm going to end it all. I'm going to burn it all down. Well, have a good night. Or morning almost. Carrington. Oh, is that you? What are you calling for? It is you. I was trying to call a friend in Chicago. A lighting designer. Not lightning. A lighting designer. Imagine being a lighting designer, though. The phone lines are acting up tonight. I believe it must be the storm. I heard it surged through Bowling Green just a few hours ago, sweeping telephone poles across the road in a tangled fan of kindling. Well, maybe you can help me out. I reckon you can. Here's the score. The performance is at dawn. We're coming right up to it. None of the cast is here yet. That's okay. Hell, I'll enlist the audience if I have to. The stage crew, likewise, are delayed by bad weather. They may not make it in time, and they got the props and the costumes with them. Well, I've done more with less. Good theater is always dangerous. My experimental stage production of The Death of the Hired Man can survive those tribulations, but there is one element still missing that is far more crucial. We can have theater without props, without stage setting, even without actors. But there is no theater without light. Of course, my production, experimental though it may be, aspires to emulate its source material. Frost's poem is framed by 3 sources of light and their effects on its subject, Mary. First, Mary stares at the lamp flame on the table in front of her, while waiting for her husband, Warren, to come home. Second, she distracts herself from a painful conversation by examining the moonlight on her apron. Third, she watches a little silver cloud pass over the moon, dimming it, as Warren finds Silas dead in the next room. And yet, despite this rich tableau of moonlight, we perform at dawn, outside. I welcome the challenge, but how to meet it? What I mean is, where in this oily gas station by the highway at sunrise is the moon? Where do you see it? In your mind's eye? What's the first solution that appears? Tell everyone to close their eyes and imagine the moon? It's minimalist, a bit sentimental, but addresses the issue head on, which I like. No hasty aesthetic papering over, just concede the issue and invite everyone to develop the solution. I can already imagine the reviews. It may prove a bit controversial. Boo! AI message? Hold on. 1 second. Get banned. And get deleted. Okay. You have a natural sensitivity for this kind of work. Yes. Any day I can kick AI's ass, I'll take it. No, and availability. It's your strongest quality. Yeah, please. Look, you know what the songs say. Set fire to the rain? Surely I can set fire to a river? You know, surely. Yeah. That's my strongest quality. I'm available. It's a quality I feel is habitually sold short. Keeping oneself available, open to the vagaries of chance and experience, requires constant maintenance. It's a quality we have to nurture in ourselves. Our natural instinct is to close ourselves off from risk and opportunity. A theologian I once happened to meet said, "Why make art? To quiet the mind, making it susceptible to divine influences." That's the kind of availability few of us ever take. Well, I hope you make it to the premiere. Though it's coming up very quickly and I know you're still traveling. If so, I'll see you here at dawn. Safe travels, and thank you as always for your insight. How did he know where to call? Sus. That right there is Ratliff Monuments. If you ever need a headstone carved, for a loved one, I mean. Violet Ratliff. That's a sick surname. Imagine having the word rat in your surname. Wish that was me. Never married, nevertheless bore 6 children. Earl, Kelly, Barb, Ron, young Earl, and Beatty. And for each birth, she locked the doors of Ratliff Monuments for only one day. even with young Earl, when she was in labor for 36 hours. Jesus. Well, that's what folks said, and I met her, and I believed them. She had the unyielding disposition of a cliffside. None of Violet's children had any desire to go into monument making. Earl was more interested in car speakers. This was to be a lifelong passion for Earl, though cut short by bad wiring. Aww. The run of the shop fell at last to young Earl, the only rattler still at home when his mother finally passed at 82, and who then had the honor of engraving her headstone. He's done well, for the most part. The shop was damaged in a flood several years ago. The showcase, a mock cemetery out front, was mostly washed away. Stone monuments, bobbing violently in the first torrents of the flood, eventually sank and spread along the channel bottom down. Eventually sank and spread along the channel bottom downriver, an elongated graveyard for no human loss, visited by eyeless fish and adorned with indifferent wreath of algae. If a few stray stones ended up at the bottom of the lake wreath too, we'll never know. Young Earl is the last of his short line, professionally, and there is nobody around qualified to carve his monument, so he's already claimed one of those at the bottom of the river for himself. It's one way to do it. Make some quick cash? Yes, please. Shannon, Ezra, the old man, and I stopped at Radvansky Center to make some quick cash. Hell yeah, we're making money. Hopefully. The Radvansky Center. Yes, cash. Okay, what's going on here? Mimi. Good morning. Good morning. Mags isn't feeling well. Long night. Poor kitty. Oh, is this a surveillance camera thing? What are you watching? Security tape from last night. Daryl left the lights on again. Should we slash his tires? I'll leave a stern note on his desk. Spare the rod. What are we doing today? Right, this is weird. You know that old vending machine? The one that only has tomato juice? No, the old one they just stopped refilling. Remember we rode it out onto the dock last August and some scavenger stripped it for metal in the middle of the night? Daryl cut his hand cleaning up after them, and it got infected, remember? No. Okay, anyway, the rest of it ended up in the coat room until, finally, Daryl was piling it into a big bag for the trash barge to pick up, and he came across this box lost behind all the junk. Check it out. This looks old. Yeah. There's a bunch of videotapes and completed questionnaires. I looked up the reference number, and it's never been processed, so I guess that's what we're doing today. There's no date on it, we'll just have to make one up, unless there's some footage of a calendar or something in there. Guess these aren't the old tests. Before we started doing the video exit interviews. That's annoying. Yeah, let's see. How did we do this? I'll run a tape, you interpret the questionnaire, and I'll type it up. Oh. What the hell? Wow, I haven't seen that poster in a while. I think that was mine from college. Yeah, definitely. Oh, right, Daryl swapped it out in a redesign. Now it's... Where's there now? Yeah, it's... That's weird. Can't picture it. I mean, I can picture the wall, and there's definitely something hung there. That's gonna bug me. Want me to go look? Just down the hall. Haha. So bad at doing the loss. Yeah. Have to bear with me. No, it's okay. Modernist bookshelf with the fancy vintage turntable. So ostentatious. So Daryl. What? That was my bookshelf. Oh no. But you like grew out of it or something, right? It ended up being allowed somehow. I keep my books in a pile now. It's easier to find what I'm looking for. Never, what shelf is that book on? Only, well, it's somewhere in the pile. Pragmatic. Wait, so by coming here, you... That was a great law. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna improve, I promise. So like, is this some kind of take? You can just sit down in a chair. Awesome. This is the kind of gameplay I signed up for. So you take a questionnaire to make money? That's what this is? Alright, let's make some money. This should be some basic information in the first control test. Subject's general disposition. Jen looks over the questionnaire document from the envelope. Question. Why are you here? The other passengers said we could make some quick cash taking these tests. Pragmatic. Demographic category? What's the first thing you remember? I definitely remember a birdcage. But I think spilled orange juice is more likely to happen. I remember spilled orange juice. Immigrant. What? What kind of profiling is this? Do you think we should use the old categories or the new categories? Oh, right. Will the computer even still take the old ones? They're still in the menu. Okay. In that case, putting precarious. Sure. Oh, I forgot. Name? It says Marquez on the file. Whoa. Marquez? Are you sure? That's what it says. Do you know her? That can't be. That can't be. No. That's not her. Did she come alone or with a group? I don't know. There's an extended monitoring tape here too. We could check on the dock when she showed up. Oh. Switching to another view. Oh, it's... Wait. Who is that? That guy in the hoodie? What? I've never seen him before. Really? He looks so damn familiar. I thought maybe he was a former intern or something. He's a little old for that, right? No, I don't recognize him. Sorry, your deja vu this morning. It's spooky. Sorry, just one of those days, I guess. No, definitely not. Oh, she's traveling with one of those creepy distillery guys. Him? Nah, he just looks like some old drifter. Maybe you're right. It's hard to tell in this light. Oh, you're walking. I wonder what conversation Ezra and Conway had. I guess the old man is on DE guard duty. A noble assignment. So, who was this lady? Oh, right. Well, do you remember WEVP TV? No. Okay, it was a community television station. The fucking Consolidated Power Company had to fund it as like a punishment for owning too much of the broadcast spectrum or something. Oh, they used to screen your videos, right? Yeah, it was like a co-op. I did some maintenance and they gave me a slot to show my work. And they had that naked banjo guy late at night. Yeah, it's mainly what everyone remembers. I guess their whole mandate was community expression. He was certainly expressive. Oh, wait, was WEVP the one that... the flood, right? Yeah. Damn. So, Shannon Marquez. Did she have a naked banjo show too? What? No. Let me guess. Question. Which of the following sentences best describes you? I am haunted, unable to forget. She had an exercise show? No, I never heard of Shannon Marquez. It was a Weaver Marquez I knew. She worked at the station for a bit, and then she left on kind of weird terms, actually. Anyway, where were we? Okay, how do we rank her from the control test? Question. Without turning around to look, please describe the following objects. Bookshelf. Oh fuck, it's covered up. It had, I think, 4 shelves. It's shaped like... The fuck does it... I think I know what a transformer coil looks like, but I'm not sure. I think... Honestly, because the way it curves around, it's shaped like a snake. It reminds me of a department store poster. I remember circles. I have a poster in my workshop. A vintage advertisement for vacuum tubes. Lighting. One lamp? Average, I guess. Oh god. Average. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember anything. And we can't turn around to look now, so that's great. Oh yeah, we're here to make money! I forgot. I was just having too much fun. Doing the questionnaire. Is there any pie left in the break room? Daryl finished it off before he even went home last night. Daryl is on thin ice. You'll declare enemies left and right. What? Who else? That other Marquez woman, Weaver. Didn't you... Maybe I understood. I thought I detected some, animosity. Oh, no, nothing like that. She wasn't the kind of person you could like or dislike, really. She was just there, and all you can do was accept her. Like magnetism or gravity. Question. Please describe, from memory, the following objects. Seating in the room behind you. Predictably austere. Lighting in the room behind you. Dim. Air quality in the last room in which you fell asleep. I think I fell asleep on the boat for a minute. The air was warm but refreshing. Well, Miss Marquez is pretty normal so far. Oh yeah, they're definitely different people. I just wonder if they're related or something. I never imagined Weaver having any family, but I guess everyone has some family, right? What? Oh, sure, probably. Okay, let's go on to the next test. Cat! Oh, Jen, look who it is! Oh, I missed that kitty. I forget what became of the white one. Her name was Coconut, and she disappeared without a trace. Easy come, easy go? I wouldn't say easy. I had to leave food on the dock for a week before she'd come inside. Really stuck around for a month or two. Yes, cat! That's a really cute cat emote. Probably saw quite a lot of her. Oh, kitty. I remember you were working nights then. She was a nocturnal creature. Fuck, I spilled tea on myself. Oh. Anyway. It is what it is. That's right, I remember. Okay. Do we get to pet the cat? What's this? Money? Oh, treats? Treats for the cat? Huge? Massive? Oh my goodness, it's happening. It's happening. Yes! Wait, I don't remember this test. Oh. Did we cut this one? What's the questionnaire like? No, this is just sometimes. If I can't make it in for a few days, I might leave a note to feed the cats. Aww. For the test subjects? Wow, how do you know they'll do it? I write it on university letterhead. Jen, that is unethical. At least I don't use university property and research equipment to make weird video art. Yes, treats. Very well then, I contradict myself. Speaking of treats, I'm going to have a Swedish fish. Oh god, a laugh. Ha ha. There we go. I wonder which is the nobler transgression. I'll settle that question. It's nobler to feed the kitties. Oh. Radio equipment? Radio equipment? What is this? Hello? I am interested. Tape recorder? Ah, tape recorder. Oh, okay. This is before the CD players. I hope she remembered to rewind. They never did, and Daryl being all night, rolling all these tapes back one by one in his little Walkman. He still has that thing. He says he uses it at the gym, but I think he's just too attached to his old mixtapes. You're so sentimental, Al Daryl. Fucking Daryl. Can't pronounce words sometimes. These tapes had sounds from my apartment building. Did you know that? Oh, I thought it was stock sound effects from the library. Yeah, the CDs are. CDs nuts. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Actually, no, I know I will. But when it was on tape, Daryl had me borrow a tape recorder from the music department and go collect it myself. He showed me a first draft of the questionnaire. I think some of them are still in there, like... Question. What were you thinking about immediately before listening to the tape? Well, I was thinking about CD's nuts, but that's not an option here. Thank you. Thank you for laughing at my jokes. It's terrible, but... Anyway. I guess I was thinking about my friend. After the tape ended, how quickly did your thoughts return to that subject? I never really stopped thinking about it. Oh, fuck, I clicked on the wrong one. Too busy laughing about CD's nuts. Right, I don't really get the point of that question. I think it's just there to set a baseline for the introspection index. So, all the doors opening and closing, those are all from your apartment? Most of them, yeah. Others were from the basement. We have these rows of storage closets down there. None of them are locked or anything. It's just like this weird row of doors. They're not even marked or differentiated. You have to keep count as you go and remember which one is yours. Mine is number 8. I went down there a little tipsy once. Sunday cleaning, you know, a few glasses of wine. Anyway, I accidentally opened number 9, and it was full of mice. Like, for a computer. Oh, I really thought it was the critter. They were all neatly arranged on shelves, organized by some inscrutable quality. Cables tied with Velcro. The neighborhood mouse hoarder. A collector, I think. I guess he lived next door. I told Daryl we should add a question, something like... While listening to the tape... Oh, question. While listening to the tape recordings of doors opening, if at any point you have any expectation or visualization about what might be on the other side of one of these doors, please write it down. Doors opening just reminds me of the OG Resident Evil games, to be honest. Those were pretty cool, with the door opening animations. Anyway. Oh. The last door sounded like a kitchen door. I was just curious, I guess, since it was for my building. Like, I have a strong sense of where these doors lead, just by hearing them. But is that just from my memory, or is it inherent in the sound somewhere? That is an interesting research to do. Interesting. You should write a grant proposal. Hell yeah. I still need to play the OGRE2, it's in my library. But yeah. Oh, so you played Resident Evil games as well, Rosen? That's so cool. Very nice. Hello, Lighthouse Enjoyer. Oh, I wouldn't want to step on any toes, you know? University politics. Oh, here's another extended monitoring tape from the waiting room. The waiting room, you say? That definitely does not remind me of anything. Oh. Busy night. Very nice. Yeah, horror games. Sometimes, you know, you don't have time to play all the games yourself. So, watching others play is a very nice way to experience it. There he is again, sleeping. Where do I know him from? It's going to drive me up the wall. Does he work at the university? Yes, my mousepad is one of those Croft cutting boards, so I'm hopefully going to get a new mousepad soon, so I'm just a smaller one instead of the large one I had. So I'm just trying to see if I do like the smaller mousepad setup before I commit to getting one. But yeah, it is a craft cutting board. It's nice though, isn't it? Works pretty well. Does he work at the university? Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think he might have worked there a long time ago. Maybe when I was an undergrad. Paleolithic. I thought he looked a bit rugged. I have seen on the holy site of Taobao mousepads with this pattern, so, you know. The Paleolithic. I thought he looked a bit rugged. That's right, Jen. I went to college during the Stone Age. What was your major? Fire. I don't think he was a professor. Maybe staff? It's been so long. Sometimes I wish I'd just barreled through, like he did, instead of taking time off before grad school. Sure it was the right thing to do at the time. Yeah, weren't the only thing. I was such a mess. Did I ever tell you about that? My boyfriend died suddenly in my last year of college. I did not expect that sentence to go that way. Oh, poor thing. It's okay. It was a long time ago. But yeah, really shook me up. Back then, he was studying astronomy. We were both really into experimental music and took a few art classes together. It's so sad. How did... Sorry, never mind. No, it's okay. That's the thing, actually. I mean, that's what shook me up about it. It was just this random accident that never should have happened. And so sudden you never could have seen it coming. He was back home visiting his parents, and he fell off a roof. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I mean, we know who's being discussed here, right? Surely. Yeah, connections. So many connections. Damn, I know what you mean. You can't predict that kind of, what do you call it, freak accident kind of thing. My psychiatrist says that's why I'm such a pessimist. Well, I think you're remarkably upbeat, all things considered. I mean, you know, that thing with your boyfriend and the roof. So what happened to the TV station? Acts of God. You think? No, I mean, that's what you call it. That's what you say when it's nobody's fault. I don't think I'm believing that. What? Acts of God. Yeah. There has to be a word for when something completely shitty happens for no reason, right? I guess it's kind of archaic. Question. First, please use the blank space below to describe your general feelings about television. If you have difficulty summarizing your emotions succinctly, or have too many different feelings to fit in a blank space, you may also use the back of this paper. I have mixed feelings about television. You were asked to watch several videos. How many of the videos did you watch? All of them. Speaking of the TV station, you were saying something earlier about that other Marquez girl. Oh, right, I was talking about Weaver. Yeah, what exactly happened with her? You said she left on weird terms? Yes, well, so actually, she just stopped showing up. That was pretty normal. It was all volunteers, right? Community television? Yeah, people didn't really give much advance notice. They just got bored and drifted away. It was more like an art project than a job for most people. Weaver Marquez helped manage the archives, like filing and sorting out tapes of broadcasts. I think she was pretty smart. Probably could have been more help more help fixing equipment or something, but she seemed content just to organize tapes. Nobody ever talked to her much. So when she left, no big deal. Then, a couple months later, we started getting these bizarre interventions. Fascinating. Oh, there's many TV sets. I didn't see that. Question. The camera focused on the table, passed through a doorway, then focused on another table. Which object present on the first table was also present on the second table? This one's too good. The picture was too blurry to make anything out. You should have these VCRs professionally cleaned. I'm writing my number on the back of the page. Someone would be doing a show in their normal time slot, and then suddenly the feed would cut. We'd still be broadcasting, but our signal was totally jammed. Oh, like interference? Thank you. I mean, total blackout. And this video would come on, clearly shot in our studio at some point. And it was her, Weaver Marquez. She'd be standing in the middle of the studio, facing the camera. She got trapped in the TV? Imagine if, like, this is how TikTok is. Like, if you want to watch one video, you have to get up and sit down again at a different screen. That'd be interesting. Question. At the beginning of the video, you were asked to make note of a memory from earlier in the day and associate it with one of the objects on the table on screen. Which of the objects did you choose? Feather. Was this object present on the second on-screen table after the camera passed through the doorway? Not the same one, but another one kind of like it, another one sort of like it. It's a bit fuzzy in my memory, but I do remember the sound. This awful hum. Like that was how she did it. She made a hum so sinister it drove our signal into hiding. Yeah, you sit down for 30 seconds, you get up, move around. Fantastic. I'm gonna pitch my idea to a tech bro. I'm sure they'll think it's great. That is derogatory. They have terrible ideas. Anyway, question. You are asked to make note of a fond memory from childhood and associate it with one of the objects on the table on screen. Which object did you choose? The feather? Was this object present on the second on-screen table after the camera passed through the doorway? Not the same one, but another one sort of like it? Then there were these on-screen captions, exactly the same every time. I don't remember what they said. Something creepy. Wow. Oh yeah, we're doing all the videos. Question. The video began in one room and passed through a doorway into another room. In each room, a piece of music was playing. Was it the same piece of music in both rooms? No, they were different. Was the music in the first room optimistic or pessimistic? First room. Optimistic? Was the music in the second room optimistic or pessimistic? Pessimistic. We had a title maker at the station, but it was a different font. I guess she recorded it at the WEVP and took it somewhere else to add the captions? I don't know. We all did a lot of speculating about how she made the video, why she made the video. Yeah, why not just broadcast it normally? It was community television, right? Couldn't be any worse than Naked Banjo Guy? Yeah, exactly. Some people thought it was a protest or something. I know she didn't have anything against the station. To me, it felt kind of urgent, like she would have done her broadcast through the proper channels, but something came up. A crisis or something. Lore. Question. The video began with footage of the outside of a building, and then entered the building. Was it day or night outside the building? Night? When the camera exited the building again, was it day or night outside the building? It was day. Yes, that's how it works. How often did it happen? A lot. Dozens of times. It went on for years. We even thought about asking the police to look into it. It's so hard to locate a pirate signal. I mean, it could come from any direction, you know? It's all just waves. Why does that have a special font effect? Exactly. It's like House of Leaves all over again. Question. The camera passed through several doors with inscribed labels. Please write down the sounds you hear as the video passed. Write down sounds. Okay. I'm ready. Hold on, that's a lie. Okay, got my pen. Now I'm ready. A diesel. I don't actually need to write anything. Diesel engine? Nourishment. Someone hammering on wood. Sleep. Music. Weaver's video showed up again right before the flood. Actually, I think it might have been the last thing we ever broadcast. Time to make some money. Okay, location updating effect on the emotional memory. Subject is hurried but not depressed. Probably just came in a little sleepy. Just record this whole set as is, with a note like, was not yet adjusted for time of day or weather, so it will need to be thrown out. Damn, this is taking a while. Daryl will be heartbroken if this is the only box we get through today. The poor thing. He is like a paper butterfly. I would say a moth. Moth mentioned? Is this relevant to the moth from earlier at all? It's your friend again. And Coconut. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Coconut. Oh. He seems relaxed. Wise Will! I can't believe it. What? That's what we call him. God, it's been a million years. He did work at the university when I was in undergrad. He hung around the music department. He was sort of a general technician. He fixed the PA, run the soundboard during student theater productions, stuff like that. Student theater productions? Is there something you want to tell me, Mimi? Oh no, I was just in the audience. I did some interesting stuff back then, in the Paleolithic. So he would shake the rain stick and crank the dry ice machine, huh? Why did you call him Wise Will? He was chatty. He'd tell you all about the school's architecture, local history, county politics, gossip, folk remedies, like they were all part of the same thing. I always wondered what happened to him. Huh, well, now you know. He's part of our data. Yeah, just another data point floating down the echo. Ooh, phone booth. Who is she talking to? The test subjects are supposed to be talking to each other, so we can compare their recall fidelity before and after the phone conversation. That's what I mean, he's not even on the phone. She didn't fill out the questionnaire either. Well, what did he write? He just drew a picture of the cat. Aw. Okay, maybe she misdialed? She's been on the line for a minute, though. Is there tape of her conversation, I mean? Yeah, let's check it out. Yes, we get to snoop! Voice on the phone. Huh, that's my number, alright. You dialed correctly. I'm not part of any research study. Hey, I'll tell you what, the phones have been bananas around here lately. I think the phone company's understaffed, or someone's asleep at the switchboard. It is pretty early after all. I get up earlier than most. I've got to do my deltoid regime, and then cool down a bit before my morning swim. You know how it is. I do not know how it is, but good for you. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you hang up and try dialing again? Hit the buttons real hard. If you can, maybe you'll wake them up and they'll connect you right. Let's do it again. Yep, hello, you got me again. I'll tell you what, suits me just fine. My doubts are cooling, and the coffee's brewing. I'm just sitting here looking out the window anyway. Into the dark, I mean. The sun ain't even up. Sounds lonely. Well, not so lonely at the moment, is it? I'll tell you what, it's nice to hear another voice before the sun's up, and one that isn't making excuses or demands. You may have guessed by now, but I... Say, why don't you guess? Not guess, deduce. Take a closer listen to my voice, and let's see what you think you can know about me. I mean, what do I look like? What do I like to do? And so on. Then I'll try you. Let me give you something to work with. What should I say? A phrase you can listen to and analyze. That's a Conway line. Wait, these are all Conway lines, aren't they? Well, Conway definitely said this before. I like birds, birds like trees. Say, I owe some people some apologies. I owe some people some apologies. Got it? Okay, what do you think? What kind of body makes a voice like that? Oh, this is just a funny simile. Huh. Yes, thank you for the peer review. You're solid. Your voice sounds like it could stop a truck. I hope I'm solid voice. I hope I never have to find out. Can you hear what my teeth are like? You should be able to hear that. Every word I say has got to go right by them. Okay, we're going to go for the Chad build for this guy. So I'm going to choose your teeth are sharp, your jaw is strong. Good luck. Alright. Solid, sharp voice. Can probably tell by my clear, precise enunciation. No awkward breaks mid-word to catch my breath, and so on. Thank you. What about a job? What do you guess my job is? What kind of job would a Chad have? Imagine like... Okay, let's picture each one. Stage magician. Yeah, a guy who looks like could stop a truck, steps on stage, perfect teeth, sharp teeth, and performs magic tricks. Could be funny. Auto mechanic, that's like the safe default option. Copywriter, yeah, no. Okay, we're going with this option just because it would be incredibly funny for a copywriter to be absolutely jacked with sharp teeth. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I did not get it right. I'll tell you what, I'll do a little deduction of my own and speculate that you're sharp. At the very least, I'd say you have a respect for craftsmanship that borders on admiration. I'm certain you're a cartographer or some other collector of maps. If you aren't, then I don't know a thing. How do I do? Got a couple parts right? Well, it ain't a science, just trying to get in the neighborhood. I'm an orthopedic physical therapist by trade, specializing in post-surgical rehabilitation, and I do all my intake interviews over the phone because I believe you can get a pretty damn accurate picture of someone's general health just by interfacing with them verbally. Now, many of my colleagues disagree. They think that the body is the body and the mind is the mind. Well, I'll tell you what, having worked in this field for nearly 3 decades and seen all manner of evidence, I'm no longer sure I believe in the mind at all. Let me give you an example. I had a patient who lost his right hand to misadventure and infection. He worked in a factory, operating a delicate machine that required years of specialized training, so he focused on coordination and getting his left hand up to the speed and accuracy required for the work. I'll tell you what, after a couple weeks, he was riding, throwing darts, you name it, all left-handed. Triumph of physical therapy. Back to work. The next day, he was unemployed. Well, seems he sat in front of that delicate machine, reached out with his left hand and just froze. Had no idea what to do with the thing. Next time he was in my office, he said to me, "Doc, when I lost that hand, all my memory of working that machine went along with it." He said, "Tell you what, Doc, if I ever learn a trade again, I'll learn it in my gut. I won't ever again put something so precious as a memory in a place so vulnerable as a hand." Ah, the writing in this game. So good. Well, my coffee's done brewing, I'll let you go. Wow. Thank you for approving of my choices. What the hell is left? Oh. Oh look, can you read the date? Damn, I can't read it either. It may not have been current. I remember for a while we had a calendar up that was like years behind. I think Daryl liked the picture. I was just about to ask, what was it? What was it? Best friends. Every month, there was a different pair of animals that were friends. Aw, that's sweet. That's adorable. I think I'm going to be sick. You know, remember that? That weird intern brought it in from home. What was his name? Who? Oh, you remember he was always like... I mean, we would make fun of him for... Damn, he's almost completely gone from my brain. So many interns coming and going then. Guess I didn't bother even remembering their names. I wonder who was working back when this was recorded. Is there a tape of the monitoring room? Yeah, here it is. Oh, before we check that out, did she flip the calendar forward or backward? Backward. Oh, weird. They usually flip it forward. Well. Actually, the joke I was going to make was, what was it, a Leon S. Kennedy calendar? Kitty. Hi, Coconut. Oh, okay, Ezra. Just look at the cat and leave, I guess. Oh, Coconut. There she goes. Wait, do you think... did she follow them out? Oh, well, here's the last extended monitoring tape from the dock when they left. Do we get a kitty friend? Please. Oh, hold on. Oh, good lord. See? Told you he was one of those distillery guys. I guess you were right. These other guys came to pick him up for work, maybe. Don't like how they all hang out together. It's creepy. We hang out together and work together. Yeah, but it's not... Yes. Have fun at work. I will actually be finishing up soon, I think. Because it is getting late where I am. But yes, good luck at work. I am on Blue Sky. Developer links. I'll check them out. Alrighty then. See you somewhere down the line. Yeah, but it's not... they're like more than coworkers. I don't know. I just get this awful feeling whenever I see them. Like I knew them once, but not anymore. Like when they make up a dead person to look like an old photograph of themselves. Thank you too. Take care. Sort of familiar, sort of strange. Yeah, exactly. There ought to be a word for that. Oh god, if anything happens to Conway, Kitty! Wait a minute. How did... the boys, the distillery boys, they just disappeared? Bye, Kitty. They look like nice enough people. Sure, she's very happy with them. We get a cat! Yes! Yeah. Well, somebody left a scratch ticket in this file. Pseudocash. Do it. Okay, let's see. $5! This is the greatest day of my life. Oh, wait. It's expired, like, really expired. Damn. I'm over it. So, this has been a bit of a memory trip for you, huh? Bet you didn't expect these old tapes to stir up so much. How does it feel for these people to come up again? Weaver... wait. Hold on. I bet you didn't expect these old tapes to stir up so much. How does it feel for these people to come up again? Weaver, Marquez, and Weiswell, I mean. And what was your boyfriend's name? The one who died in college? Charlie. Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet experience, actually. Like looking at photographs of people who've died or moved away. People that are gone. Gone, but not forgotten. No, not forgotten. You're right. Cat. We have a cat. Yes. Look at those easels and tables on the beach over there. They call it an open-air gallery. Or probably something more upscale like al fresco galleria. They say it's a popular design in foreign cities like Paris and New York. That may be true. The appeal is clear enough, I guess. Anyone can wander in and out. There aren't any walls or doors. There's no roof either. Just a kind of thin cloth membrane. Not quite a sheet or tarp, or more like a drape of rolled-out spiderweb, looking like it might bunch up and dissolve if it ever got rained on. No concern down here for rain. Everybody thinks they're inside, just because they can't see the sky. But it's a microclimate down here, and it surely does rain. Right now, they're exhibiting some intimate photographs of small town life. There's one of a small girl playing in a puddle. She's got her back to the camera and she's fussing with something, looking at her hands. Maybe she's stuffing a message in a bottle, or folding a paper boat. Reviews have been good. It's a popular show, probably because of its relevance. The town depicted in these photos was very recently flattened to make way for a big museum project. Oh, is it the museum with the houses that they were at? This looks like a small island with trees. Okay, good point to stop it for this stream. It's nearly 1 AM where I am, so I'm going to quit game. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Have a good day, night, wherever you are.